young Liberian men were having playing soccer games, and there would be hundreds of young men. And as a police officer, we would watch the games, and we would watch how the young men would interact with one another, celebrate, argue, all of the things that made the game more fun for these young Liberian men. We thought guys were going to fight. I did. I thought, oh, we're going to have a riot. So what happened was I would go over there with my officers, and we would actually precipitate an event, a conflict, because we just didn't understand. And so much of the behavior we saw really wasn't. Some of the behavior we saw that when we were growing up in our culture was that means I'm going to play and fight. When that wasn't the case at all. We're just expressing culture. And it took me about 4 times of breaking up soccer tournaments that I didn't need to before I figured it out. Before I started to understand. And so part of what this is for is for us trying to figure out how to be smarter, more respectful of the cultural practices.
And then my own personal commitment. One thing that I see is clear and evident in these discussions we've been in is that we are in the proverbial situation of preaching to the choir. The people, the faces that I see in this room, if that's all we had in the community, I don't think we'll be here today. We need to have a diverse group here. We need to have a representation in these dialogues from the white community. We need to have representation in this group from people who we can say are part of the interaction that's required in especially. I was at a party at Vicky's house last night in Stanford. They had a number of events there. Police have never been called there. They are an example of how we want our people to behave. And so we have to make a commitment, and as Orland is making a commitment to make sure that this dialogue filters down to our community. We have to work together to make sure that we're not just preaching to the choir, that we actually engage people and let them know how to conduct themselves when they're having these events, because we are about to hit the summer, and when we all come out of our shells and and we have fun, the daylight hours are long, and we have weddings, and we have showers and graduations, and it's peak season, so we need to begin to work very quickly to ensure that the message filters down to the community, and we need people to help us to reach the other side of the community so that we can find this common ground and enjoy the diversity of our community. The other commitment we make is towards the safety of events, and we're glad that we had the opportunity to just put together a group headed by Mr. Abu Masale. Please stand. He's responsible for security with the OLM to ensure that our events are safe. He's going to be liaising with the Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center Police, and it's good that you're here to meet with Monique and Robert, and we can establish a good working relationship there to ensure that we have a team to sort of police ourselves, to help the police department make your job easier, and the police department, we invite you to help them so that they can help to make our community safer. Abu is a former member of the Liberian Police. He had the rank of captain. He's attended the police academy in Liberia. Graduate of the University of Liberia, is a community leader, someone who has the respect of the youth, and we expect that team will go a long way in helping to make our community safer we stage events. They're going to be discussing the scope of what they're going to be involved in with volunteers after all they have to work. So, the question is, are they only going to be responsible for OLM events, sponsored by OLM, or will we have enough volunteers where somebody that's in the community is having an event can say, listen, I need help, and they can extend help to that group also. So, those are two very important issues here as far as livability. Another commitment we're making as OLM is to ensure that we have Liberian candidates for City Hall, for council seats in Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center. And we're going to be asking everyone to help with that because we do need to be represented. When we're represented, we will understand the system better. The system will understand us better. We're glad to see that Brooklyn Center has Todd on force as a cadet. Hopefully it'll be a full officer pretty soon. We need to see more Todds. We'd like to see Brooklyn Park take that step also. From a personal standpoint, I'm committing to do all that I can to ensure that we have this cooperation, understanding, and dialogue continue and be successful. So I thank you very much for taking the time.
The use to the lowest and see that the stranger who is next to you is out of line. Will call the law enforcement center, and most of the code issues where mostly neighbor problems and the code issue itself. So I think with regards to that, I think strangers should make an effort in learning the laws. I think the strangers have numbers to call. And if strangers make an effort, there will be a reduction of conflict between Native Americans and newcomers. I mean, this is what I've been seeing since I worked for enforcement for about a year and a half. Especially during the summertime, we gave tickets like candy because, these calls keep coming in. The police chief get bothered and gets frustrated, and he get down and I say, you guys have to do your job. And our job is to make sure these strangers understand. And in order to do that, I mean, if I give you a warning that has a 10-day window, I think it's your responsibility to go ahead and fix that problem. But some people don't do that. So, I mean, if I come out for 10 days, my job is to just get paid. And that creates some sort of conflict. And I think strangers should also take advantage of these programs too, like this forum, come, learn, listen. If you have doubts, ask questions. I think that way actually reduce the conflict here.
Now, that's for what you say that strangers.
We're talking about outreach. It's comfortable, right, for that person to go into their house and shut the door and not break down their assumptions, right? It's uncomfortable to say, you know what, I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to go out and I'm going to outreach. I'm going to figure out and answer those questions. Because you're right, people ask those questions. Why are people here? So how do we build an understanding? And then the last thing you talked about as far as having this room filled with people, that's what I'd want to see, right? So that there's a room filled with people, a cross-section of this community here, ready to really build that mutual understanding and be uncomfortable. Because it is uncomfortable.
Yeah, just to add on to what you just said, I mean,
my kids go to the school, I coach basketball here, I've been involved in a number of different ways. And so I really grown to love this community for a variety of reasons. And one of the reasons that I really love this community is because of the diversity within it. The richness that offers, the quality of life that offers me and my family. This purpose here, this mission, I think is valuable for a number of reasons. Not only does it help people understand exactly, what society expects and how it operates, but really look at it from a crime reduction, from a crime strategy perspective. It's important that we all work together. The collaborative pieces, the things that we do, our mutual understanding, the building of relationships, is absolutely essential we are here to reduce crime and make people feel safer, which is our goal, which is all our goal, which is the reason we're sitting here. I mean, so I applaud the efforts to this point, and I want to expand upon these efforts. I want this room to be filled with people of all races talking about the same thing, about livability. That's kind of my vision. So again, thank you for having me, and I look forward to working with you.